exercise is actually helpful for your chemistry or physics science subjects as well. It's like how accurate you can measure the thing. Okay, you're trying to measure something, and the thing is how accurate you actually measure it. You know that we are not going to have the exact length. Say for example, something is the actual length is 1.214 meters. You are not going to have that exact values out. We don't have a meter which is a ruler that has that smaller units. So on your ruler, normally the smallest unit is centimeter. The smallest unit you can measure is centimeter. If you have any length much smaller than centimeter, you are not going to really see it. Okay, you are not really going to see it. Shh. Okay, so this is like, okay, we're trying to measure something and we give a measurement. I'll just write two numbers. Let's say first is 16 centimeter and one is 16.0 centimeter. Do you think that's the same thing? Or if you don't think that's the same thing, what's the difference? What 16 centimeter means, like in measurement. I'm not really talking about the size of the number. Yeah, Zoe?
Well, for like 16 centimeters, the smallest unit is centimeters. For 16.0, the smallest unit is millimeters.
Yep, that's exactly correct what you need to think. So 16 centimeter, the smallest unit on your ruler or say on a meter is 1 centimeter. Okay, it's 1 centimeter. You have like some ruler maybe like this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know it's not even, so what it looks like is this. Shh. Okay, your ruler will look like that. You can only measure centimeters. Okay, so what will happen to this is, if you have something, the actual length is 16.1 centimeter. You will say 16 centimeter because you can't see the 0.1. You just see it's very close to 16 and I will say that 16 rounding to 16 centimeter. Or if you have 16.2 centimeter, you still say that's 16 centimeter. So there will be a range of lengths. In that range, you all say that length is 16 centimeters. So what that range will be is 0.5 times the smallest units. Add or subtract that. So for example, for the 16, the lower, like 1 centimeter is the smallest unit. You will times the smallest unit by 0.5, which you get 0.5 centimeter. So what is the range? What is the range of the length will be 16 minus this 0.5, which you have 15.5. And 16 plus 0.5, you have 16.5 centimeter and centimeter. So, which means if on your ruler, the smallest unit is 1 centimeter, if you have something, the actual length is in between 15.5 and 16.5 centimeters, you all tell me, you measure it and everyone will tell me that's 16 centimeters. Okay, that's 16 centimeters. If it's 16.6, let's say 16.6, you may tell me that 17 centimeters is closer to 17. You say that 70 centimeters. So this tells you the smallest unit on your ruler or meter, like the way you measure it is the centimeters, the smallest unit. And for the 16.0, okay, what happens to 16.0? The smallest unit is 0.1 centimeter. You can measure one more decimals. 0.1 centimeter is your smallest unit. So you have millimeters on your ruler. It's like basically like your ruler. You have millimeters. Well, if you have 0.5 millimeter or 0.2 millimeter, I can't really measure that. then I will round it to millimeters. So 0.1 centimeter is the smallest unit. And the range I can calculate, I will times this by 0.5, which I have 0.05 centimeter. Okay, 0.05 centimeter. And 16.0 minus 0.05, I will have 15.95 centimeters. And 16.0 plus 0.05, I have 16.05 centimeters. So in between, that's 16, in between that range of lengths. Okay, if I have something 15.98 centimeter, I will say that's 16.0 centimeter. Okay, so in that range, I will measure the thing. If you have actual length in between that range, I will answer the question like this thing is actually 16.0 centimeters, which means I can actually measure to 0.1 centimeter. Okay, so even though 16 and 16.0 is exactly the same size, but the meaning is different. The meaning and the measurement is totally different. The decimal gives you what is the smallest unit you have. Okay, what is the smallest unit you have? Okay, that's this one. And let's have a look at the exercise. Yeah, this is a pretty good exercise. It's quite easy. Okay, James measures each side of a square as 6 centimeter. Well, it's a square. If you measure 1, all the rest will be 6 as well. Okay, you won't say 1 is 6, 1 is 6.1, 1 is 6.2. So 6 centimeter. What is the smallest measurement unit in this case? 1 centimeter. Okay, it's 1 centimeter. So the smallest measurement unit is 1 centimeter here. Okay, so I have a square here. That was just, where's my box? I will just sketch a square, 6 centimeter square here. Okay, they are equivalent, and that's 6 centimeter here. Okay, 6 centimeter here. Okay, it might not be 6. What's the possible range? We just talked about that on the top. 16, we talked about 16, it's not the same. So 1 centimeter is the smallest unit. I will times the smaller unit by 0.5, which I get 0.5 centimeter. So the lower limit, the lowest value I can round it to 6 will be 6 minus 0.5, which equals to 5.5 centimeter. Okay, if I want to round it to 6, the lowest value I can have is 5.5. The upper one will be 6 plus 0.5 equals to 6.5 centimeter. Okay, is the number you actually measured minus or add the smallest unit times 0.5. Okay, minus or add the smallest unit times 0.5. So that's what's the length for each side. Okay, it's in between 5.5 and 6.5. That's A. In B, okay, after you answer A, let's have a look at B. The B asks you, what is the upper and lower limits for the perimeter of the square? I give you two plans, okay, two options. You can tell me which one you think is correct. Okay, the option A will be calculate the perimeter first by using 6. So 4 times 6 equals to 24 centimeter. And then the upper one will be 24 plus 0.5, which is 24.5 centimeter. And the lower one, okay, you don't need to write now, you just answer me the question later. And that's 23.5 centimeter. That's my option A. Okay, the upper perimeter will be 24.5, the lower perimeter will be 23.5. That's option A. And you have option B. Because you have find the upper and lower limit for the length, so the upper perimeter will be 6.5 times by 4, which is 26 centimeters. And the lower one will be 5.5 times by 4, which is 22 centimeters. Will you choose option A or option B? A or B? B. Okay. You will choose B because the perimeter will change according to the change of the length of the side. So what do you have for your side? The lowest value for that side is 5.5. The highest value for that side is 6.5. Then you will have a largest perimeter and a smallest perimeter. So you will use the length times by 4 to calculate the upper and lower perimeter. Okay, so you won't use that one. So B will be choosing option B. Use the lower and upper length to find the upper and lower perimeter. So similarly, if we're talking about the area, okay, the upper and lower area, if you're talking about the area, then we will have upper area is 6.5 square and the lower area is 5.5 square. What's 6.5? So that's 42.25 centimeters square. That's 30.25 centimeters square. Okay, you find the largest possible length times itself, get the upper area. And the smallest possible length, square it, you have the lowest value of the area. Okay, that's it for this chapter. Okay, that's everything for this chapter. What you do is enough practice. You do all the exercise on the book. We just finished the chapter.